Shalom. First and foremost, like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rukal Kadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who are teaching this truth and sincerity. And a shout out to Akim that's out there on the four corners of the earth proclaiming this truth. And like everything else, though, yesterday I forgot to say it, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. You know, I just now realized it when I watched the video, so make an apology for that. Just, you know, like everything else, so there's so many things that are going on now, especially with this, you know, it's right in our faces. The mark of the beast, it is here. And it is the RFID implant, because why did FEMA just order 50,000 more RFID implants? And why all of a sudden is there 1,000 migrants missing from the migrant caravan? Because FEMA is kidnapping and chipping them. Of course, because nobody's going to say shit about it. Because, of course, this thing's funded by Soros and those Zionists who call themselves Jews. Because, of course, they know that this is the end. The end game is to have everyone chipped. So it's going to start with those, you know, of the northern kingdom. The fortress shall cease from Ephraim. And we can see that as they're about to come after Damascus as well. You know, Damascus, the capital, the remnant of Syria, you know, and Jacob shall wax lean. Why? Because the fortress shall cease also from Ephraim, the northern kingdom. And we can see that, though. But Donald J. Trump's going to come hard on all 12 tribes. And like everything else, though, you know, people partaking in this bullshit election as if they had any say. You know, man, our people don't have any say. Your vote doesn't count. It never did. It's a joke. The voting system has always been a joke. You know, it gives you an illusion that there's these two opposing parties, the red and the blue, the Democrats versus the Republicans, when they all have the same agenda. They all work for those Rothschilds, the Amalekites. So I'm just going to read out Jeremiah 49, and these are repetitive scriptures, but yet we can see it coming out. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places. That's why, you know, it's not that unusual now to mention the Illuminati or the Freemasons or any of these other secret societies, because everybody knows about them now. And he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. So we know that America is behind ISIS, and that they back ISIS 100%, that ISIS is just another proxy of the United States, just like Saudi Arabia is another proxy of the United States, because they want that oil. Because that's the only thing keeping this illusionary economy going. And it is an illusion. That's why they're purposely crashing it. They're devaluing the dollar on purpose to get everybody on the microchips. That's why the Real ID Act is in effect. Now all 50 states have complied. And if you do not comply, you get a federal non-compliant ID, which means you can't go into high security buildings, you know, checkpoints and all that, because you do not have the actual real ID, which has a tracking chip in there, because eventually they're going to track everyone, which is why the 100 migrants have disappeared from the migrant caravan. And I hate using them words, because we know that we're talking about the tribe of Ephraim, which is the entire northern kingdom, Issachar in particularly in this case, but all the rest. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. Yeah, we weren't supposed to drink of this cup, but we have drunken of this cup. And art thou he that shall go altogether unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. And that's why we're constantly saying, hey, you're going into slavery too. For what you did to us, it's going to be double unto you. For thus saith the Lord, behold, I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord Yahweh, that Basra, which is America, shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. And again, that's talking about when them thermonuclear missiles come and hit this place and take it out once and for all. Verse 16, thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, talking about you Edomites, that holdest the height of the hill, thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle. And that's the emblem of America, so you know it's talking about America. I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord Yahweh. Also Edom shall be a desolation. So, you know, the whore, Babylon the Great, the beast, you know, all of it's going down. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at the plagues thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah. And this place, America, is the place of Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritually. The cities thereof, saith the Lord Yahweh, no man shall abide there, neither shall Son of Man dwell in it. And again, you know, this is coming. The destruction will be coming to America very shortly here. As we can see, though, that they're not going to give up on Syria, because it is the Most High himself that's put it in their hearts to go after Syria and the region. Thus, the valley of Jehoshaphat, the valley of Yahweh's judgment, which is to judge all these wicked nations that were partakers in Babylon the Great, that were partakers in the bringing down of us, the bringing down of the saints. And like everything else, though, you know, these elections, they only put, as George Carlin has put it, they only put up the elections to give you the illusion that your vote matters. It doesn't. They already have who they want in there, and they're going to do what they want to do. Because I don't recall there being a say-so about the 10 cents per bag. 10 cents a bag. I don't recall voting on that. I don't remember that even being on a ballot. But yet, at the same time, though, now you have to pay 10 cents a bag at the grocery store. I don't remember voting on that. So you see, they're going to do what they're going to do, and your vote doesn't even matter to begin with. It's an illusion that they put up there. It doesn't matter. They're going to do what they're going to do, because this is not our rest. So why even believe in any of this stuff? That's why we're telling our people to get out of it. Come back to who you are. Come back to your nationality. Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, that's not who you are. Who you really are is the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes, and the confusion of face that be among us. If the Spirit resides in you and you can receive this, then you're an Israelite despite what you might look like, because we were scattered sheep into the nations. And we're being gathered now out of the nations. But also, the final enslavement is this mark of the beast, the RFID implant, which they want to put a chip in you. That is why they're crashing the money system. That's why they're forcing everybody to get the real ID, because they're going to replace that with the microchip. Did you not see that homework assignment that they're putting out in schools? If the president asked you to give a speech on, and you're a member of the biochipping company, how would you give that speech? They're asking kids that. So it's indoctrinated into us that, to take the chip. But we're telling our people not to take the chip while the other camps are in bed with Esau. Telling everybody that the microchip is not the mark. Then why is it being pushed? Because they've already conditioned us to accept this mark by putting it in the pets. So if your pet is lost, you will be able to find them. But yet, I've seen this plan in action. Oh yeah, the pet was found, but they still charge you about $100 to get your pet back. So what good did it? You put a chip into your pet, and what? It still costs you money to get it back. So you were better off not harming the animal. And that's the other thing, is that these chips also cause cancer. And whoever implants the microchip, they have full control over the other. That's why it's an enslavement. And that's why those who take the mark shall be burned with utter fire, the cup of wrath of indignation. And we're telling our people, we're singing this new song. And this song, is for the 144,000. Not for the Edomites. There is no J in the Hebrew. So, Jesus is a Greek name. The Bible, he was speaking to the Hebrew Israelites. Revelation chapter 14, verse 6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, to every nation, kindred, and tongue, and people. And that's happening now. The 144,000 is coming out here now, day in and day out, coming out and proclaim this on the internet and on the streets. saying with a loud voice, Fear Yahweh and give glory unto him. For the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the foundations of waters, the fountains of waters. And so that's what we're doing. We're telling our people. And this is about to happen. And then followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, talking about America, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And so that is, you either join us or you die, pretty much. They bombed every nation that would not comply. And the third angel said with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast, that is Esau and his power structure, and his image, which is the false image that they give you, and receive his mark in the forehead or in his hand, which is talking about the RFID implant, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, that which is poured without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. What's that talking about? Thermonuclear war. 200 million nuclear missiles. And the smoke of their torment is set up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. That is the RFID implant. And we're the only camp that actually pushes that the RFID is the mark of the beast. All them other camps, then, they won't tell you that, because, of course, they're in bed with Esau. Esau has gotten to them. They have compromised. Because this mark of the beast, it is here. And it is happening now. People are receiving that implant right now voluntarily. Taking a chip in their right hand or forehead. But eventually it won't be of a free will to do it. It will be enforced. You're either going to take that chip, and a lot of people are going to be beheaded for refusing that chip. And we're telling our people not to take it, because this thermonuclear destruction will destroy all who are receiving that mark. Not to mention the Most High himself, Yahweh Shai, and the angels will also be killing. For this is the day and the hour that cometh quickly. So, hope this has been edifying like everything else. Proclaim this while you can. For that I want to say, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rukal Kadash, Barakatham. Shalom for now.